As of 5 minutes ago, Universal and Islands of Adventure have reached capacity. Hey Harry Potter fans, Peter Kenneth here. Welcome back to the Potter Collector channel, where we are a community of collectors. Today we're going to do an update of what the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is like, Universal Studios is like during the coronavirus. Now Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, those are the two parks in the Universal Studios Orlando Resort, have both reached capacity the past 2 Saturdays. Now today is a Saturday, and I wanted to show you guys what that looks like. I'm not sure if it will reach capacity today, but they are certainly expecting it to reach capacity. Universal put out a statement yesterday, so Friday, that they're encouraging guests, if they can, to come. Wow, the parking line is already backed up to Universal Boulevard, but they are encouraging. Where are they taking? I've never been this way, so it's not really backed up. So it looks like what they're doing is having the people that come from Universal Boulevard, at least the direction I was coming in, go this back way, which I've never been. So that's fun. This is gonna be the first time that we've used this parking check-in. There already are a lot of people. Oh, it's 8 in the morning. They did an early hour for annual pass holders and resort guests. So if you stayed at one of their hotels, you could come in during that early hour, and that was at 7 a.m. I did not do that, but I did want to get here right when they opened. So the reason I wanted to get here so early was because they've hit capacity within 2 hours of opening. So I upgraded to Prime Parking. If you have a preferred annual pass, you can upgrade for $9. It gets you a lot closer. All of the really close spots are already full, and the park just opened.
For your visit, in accordance with Agreements 20 segundos. Agradecemos tu cooperación con la misión. Everyone is required to wear a face covering during their visit, and others.
This is moving very fast. I was actually here yesterday, Friday, and the lines were crazy, but I was also here 2 hours later than I am today. There's high anxiety. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just anxious to get in the park. Everyone's like, we have to get into the parks before they reach capacity. Now, normally I stop at this Starbucks and get coffee, but I'm gonna get coffee inside the park when I'm in there. I think I am the one who's anxious. Seems like everyone was headed towards Islands of Adventure, so I decided we're gonna start with Universal Studios today. I was gonna start with Islands today, but we'll do Universal as we usually do, and it's not too bad yet. So tonight, Universal Studios is going to be premiering again the Water and Light show that they do here, and they haven't had this show since the coronavirus started. And that's why they're open until 10, because it has to be dark out. That show is at 9:45. I'm not sure if I'll stay that long, but if I do, I will certainly show you the Harry Potter section of this show. They have social distancing markers set up. Now, as far as capacity goes, no one really knows what percentage of capacity Universal is allowing into their parks every day. They did announce that they were limited to 25%, but that was, I believe, before Florida opened up the state, and so they are technically allowed to run at full capacity now. So we don't know what that percentage currently is. Alright, I left the Wizarding World, got my Starbucks, we're good to go. And actually I think we're gonna go to the Leaky Cauldron. I've never had breakfast there. Actually no, that's a lie, I have had breakfast there. But we're gonna go there anyway. The Hogwarts Express wait time is only 15 minutes. Not bad. I wonder what it's like on the Islands of Adventure side. There's some new people entering Diagon Alley right now, and they're freaking out. Well done, Dragon! The line for breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron goes all the way into Nocturne Alley. I'm the last one. But there is social distancing, so it's not like the line is just completely packed with people. So it should move fairly quickly. I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom first, since it's gonna be a long line. It's very spooky in here. Now, if you didn't know, if you're going down the main alley for Diagon Alley, if you take a turn and go down Nocturne Alley, it's kind of a little shortcut to get to the bathrooms. Sorry, but you can't come in here with me. Now that I'm properly relieved, we can wait in that line. So because I'm still on the keto diet, I got 2 sides of bacon and a side of scrambled eggs. Still not too crowded. So either everyone is at Islands of Adventure or people are doing what Universal asked and not coming on the weekends. So I just learned Islands of Adventure did hit capacity today, and that was just 2 hours after they opened.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wizarding World is filled with tales of courage.
Well done, Dragon! Gringotts went up 15 minutes since we last checked. So this to me feels like a typical pre-COVID day. And if you saw my first video on Wizarding World during COVID, there's quite a contrast between the 2 videos when it comes to crowd levels. So my guess is because Islands of Adventure is at capacity already, everyone is pouring into Universal Studios. So a little trick, since Islands of Adventure is at capacity and Universal Studios has not quite reached capacity yet, if you wanted to get into Islands of Adventure, you would come into Universal Studios, and if you had a park-to-park ticket, which means you can visit both parks on both days, or if you have an annual pass, which also allows you to visit both parks in one day, you can board the Hogwarts Express and enter Islands of Adventure that way. So this was at 15 minutes earlier in the day, now we're at 75. So I'm sure a few things are happening. One, people are entering Universal Studios just to get to Islands of Adventure, or those who entered Universal Studios earlier are now wanting to go to the other side, the other park, to see Hogsmeade. Now you may find yourself asking, why did all of a sudden Universal get really busy? Well, a few things happened since the last video that I published. Universal Studios canceled Halloween Horror Nights, which is a big event that they have every year, and it's a separate ticketed event in the evening. There are tons of haunted houses and, you know, food you can eat and scare zones. That was canceled for 2020. But what they did do was offer 2 haunted houses that were available to park guests during the day. So that drew a huge crowd. That drew the Halloween Horror Night fan crowd. So the past 2 weekends have hit capacity. This weekend will hit capacity, and next weekend, Halloween weekend, will definitely hit capacity. In addition to the haunted houses, Universal had a huge offer for Florida residents. If you bought 1 day at Universal Studios, you could come for the remainder of the year, or up to Christmas. So it's essentially like an annual pass without all of the benefits that you get with an annual pass. So that drew a lot of people as well. Now, with all of that said, all of the safety procedures are still in place. There is hand sanitizer everywhere. There's hand sanitizer in new places. There are new signs that say if you don't wear your mask or if you don't wear it correctly, you will be asked to leave. Wands by Grigorovich, which are basically the same wands that they sell at Ollivander's. This is still closed. This is the line for Florian Fortescue's, the ice cream shop. Look at that beautiful girl. She's such a good dragon. Always cleans her scales. One of the things that's missed a lot is all of the artwork all over the buildings, the ads, the signs. One of these days I plan to do a video showing all of the signs and artwork on the buildings. As of 5 minutes ago, Universal and Islands of Adventure have reached capacity. I just had a great conversation with 2 Potter Collector community members. So thanks for introducing yourselves, and it was fun to chat.
I'm Lily, I'm a Hufflepuff. I'm Nikki, I'm a Slytherin. I'm Audrey, I'm a Gryffindor. Give a like, drop a comment below. We love Harry Potter. Give it a heart. Hit the bell.
So Hogwarts Express, 110-minute wait. It also closes at 3 p.m. Now my question is, if I leave Universal Studios and walk to Islands of Adventure, will I be allowed in because I've already been in the park? Or is the only way to get to Islands of Adventure by taking the Hogwarts Express? So I'm gonna walk to the front and find out. So I just got confirmation from another employee that if you've been in a park today, you will be granted access to the other park, even though they're both at capacity. So we're good to go. Okay, we are in Islands of Adventure. That was much better than waiting for the Hogwarts Express. Now, you also are allowed into the parks at capacity if you're staying on site. So if you're staying at the Universal Studios resort hotels, even if it reaches capacity, you will be allowed into the theme parks. Now, another thing I want to say is I keep harping on capacity. It's probably not going to be at capacity anytime soon during the week. I was here on a Friday and it wasn't this busy, didn't reach capacity. And also once Halloween is over and that special buy 1 day, come back for the rest of the year ticket expires, I think attendance is going to drop quite a bit here at Universal. That's just my guess. So don't be afraid to come during the week sometime because, you know, you saw me say, oh, they reached capacity. So by contrast, 60-minute wait to get from Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley. There's some new merch in Honeydukes. Let's go check it out. They now have Chocolate Frog and Birdie Bot's Every Flavor Bean masks, as well as this one. If I'm not mistaken, these are new. I don't remember this from last year. Now you may be noticing that the fridges are only filled with Gilly water and there is no pumpkin juice. The rumor is there was a delay in the production of the pumpkin juice and pumpkin juice bottles. And here is the Chocolate Frog mask. This is also new, this little Chocolate Frog plush. $21.95. They have raised the prices for the masks. They used to be $6, they're now $8 each. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is the castle ride, is 95 minutes. That's a 95-minute wait, but I don't think we're gonna ride any rides today. I have point of view videos. I have point of view videos for all the rides, as well as shop tours, where I go in and show the different merchandise that the shops sell, how much everything costs. So it's a great way to plan if you're looking to come here, to plan how much you need, what you want to purchase. And on that note, there is some new merchandise. Right now I'm in Filch's Emporium, and these are some of the new ornaments that Universal has released. There's a whole Quidditch theme, which is awesome. All of the broomsticks, so Nimbus 2000, the Firebolt, they don't have the 2001 in this shop, but they do have the 2001. And this beautiful snitch ornament. There are a bunch of other new ornaments that I will show you when I do my updated merchandise tour. So I'm gonna show you all of the new merchandise that the Wizarding World has to offer. It's a ton of stuff. But I'm gonna show you one more thing, something Fantastic Beasts related that Universal has just started. In order to show you that Fantastic Beasts new thing, we have to go into Dervish and Bangs. So as you've heard me mention before, when you see the shiny sticker, that means that the wand is interactive. The flat sticker, which Universal is phasing out, is just a collectible wand. Well, Universal has just released Fantastic Beasts wands in interactive style. So you can now purchase Newt Scamander's wand, and it's interactive. And my favorite, Albus Dumbledore's original wand, is now interactive. They also have President Pickery's wand. Queenie's wand is now interactive, as well as Gellert Grindelwald's wand when he had the Elder Wand. So that is really exciting, especially the Albus Dumbledore's original wand. And I didn't mention, but the metal accents are still metal. And it's heavy and it feels great. And now you can use it in the Wizarding World and cast magic spells. If you come to Universal, I love standing in the exit line for Hagrids, and which is where you can see the ride in action. But I love listening to people's commentary as they walk away. On the end of the wand cart, they have a new display, which is very cool. I love how everything is in these plexiglass display cases. These bookends are gonna have to come to the collection at some point.
We're gonna get
I am pretty hungry, but there's a long line to get into the Three Broomsticks. I still think I'm gonna wait. It's worth it. And really the reason the lines are so long is because of social distancing. If there was no social distancing, this would just fill up the queue in order to get into the Three Broomsticks. And that's the same thing with the ride lines. They're super long and they stretch outside of the ride queue, but really it's about the same length as a normal day pre-COVID. Universal blocked off the patio to the Three Broomsticks to paid customers only. One of the things I've never noticed about the Three Broomsticks, those three broomsticks. One of my favorite things about Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and just being a Harry Potter fan myself, is people watching. So watching people who have never been here, experience the Wizarding World for the first time, who are super Harry Potter fans. Someone just walked by and said, "This is the best day of my life." I think I'm ready to go back to Diagon Alley, depending on if the train has a lower wait, 70 minutes. Let's walk it. Let's see what the trading company is up to, how they have updated that in any way. Trading company is the large store at the end of Islands of Adventure, or the front of Islands of Adventure. And they have a wide variety of Harry Potter merchandise in here. They don't have everything you can find, but a huge variety of stuff. This here is on my wish list, if anyone's looking to give anyone a gift. Here's the Nimbus 2001 ornament that we did not see in Filch's. This is just, maybe it's because I'm a seeker, but this is incredible. So I got to the exit and they said they're not allowing people into Universal Studios if they were in Islands of Adventure. So I'm rushing back to the Hogwarts Express as fast as I can to see if I can get on that and enter that way. It shows that it's still open, so fingers crossed. We made it into the line for the Hogwarts Express. We are off to Diagon Alley, and we get to go on the Hogwarts Express. Thank you.
Make yourself comfortable. Any baggage, please store into the overhead compartments.
Oh, we made it. Can you imagine the look on old McGonagall's face if we were late getting to Diagon Alley? No, but seriously, I'm so glad we made it onto the Hogwarts Express because it seems like this is the only way to get to the other park. And I mean, it's just fun to ride the Hogwarts Express. Islands of Adventure is essentially either closed or closing very soon, so they're not allowing more people to go to Hogsmeade from King's Cross. So we got to see that empty King's Cross station and the Hogwarts Express pull out. Also, as I was in the empty King's Cross station, I heard some of the train workers say that there were only 2 trains remaining, so only 2 trains left. We just caught it in time. Let's see what more fun we can drum up. Let's go into Weasley's. I see a lot of people walking around with these shirts on. $38. Big Potter collector tip. You can get these cheaper at Noble Collection. Don't pay $95 each. So an update on Gringotts, it is now virtual line only. So that means there are a lot of people here. Well, I think that's going to be the end of this vlog, so let's recap for a second. There's hand sanitizer everywhere, signage, there are people walking around telling you to put your mask on if they notice you don't have it on. As far as ride lines, most of them are becoming virtual, so they aren't packing the ride lines. I'm still here. As soon as I saw the lights and the sunset, I was like, I need to stay until nighttime. So let's tour Diagon Alley at night. It's been way too long since I've seen Diagon Alley at night. Well done, Dragon! Well, I think it's time for me to call it a night. I don't think I'm gonna wait and see the projection show or the water projection show. But I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I hope that it was helpful for you in determining whether or not you should visit the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at this time. If you have any questions about Harry Potter or collecting, feel free to leave a comment down below. You can also join the Potter Collector community on Instagram at the Potter Collector or on Twitter at Potter Collector. Now it's time to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, keep collecting. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. You can subscribe right up here. You can also look at some previously posted content down here. If you have any questions about Harry Potter books or collecting, please feel free to contact me. I'm always happy to help. But for now, I must go. See you next time.
Whoa, where'd he go?